You're so given less of a fuck about that the least thing you have to do is undergo enough hormone replacement therapy to have less than 10 nanomoles per liter. That's what a woman is to the PDGA. You're nothing but a measurement of, well, you're past this, you're too much of a man. Okay, nope, okay, there you go. There, you're a woman now. Okay, cool. Go out there and kick ass, Natalie. Bullshit. I don't normally read YouTube comments, but today I'm going to read some of the YouTube comments that I've gotten over the past weeks or months or whatever, just because I saw 2 recently, and then I saw more because I happened to be looking at that particular time, and some of them pissed me off, which doesn't usually happen. Some of them are stupid, but you know how YouTube comments go, so let's get into the YouTube comments section. There were 2 comments on my most recent video that I happened to see, and they kind of pissed me off because they completely took what I meant out of context in the video, and it wasn't really like the most well thought out planned video. It was nice out, went for a walk, and I had some things that were on my mind, and I made that video very quickly. So this is the comment that pissed me off. Eddie Nyland said, "Not a good attempt to walk it back. My thoughts haven't changed. It's wrong, period." At no point has my thoughts changed on the whole thing. I still think that it's wrong. I never had once said that it's fair, or have I ever. All I have ever said was that it could be fair if they weren't being forced to play against them. Like if there was a different division. I talked about making an entire division to where the women that think it is fair can play against them if they choose to, and the women that think that it's not can stay in their division and not have to play against them. Something like that. Not once have I ever said that it is fair, because I've never believed that it is fair for men to be competing against women. I've just been more respectful about it, and you know, avoided certain trigger words to not get shut down. You know, you got to kind of dance around shit to not have your stuff taken down. You know, kind of like that, you know, in a way, to a degree. But I've always been completely against it and said that it's not fair. Ah, yes. Memory, whoever the fuck that is, says, nope, unsubscribed. Which, first of all, telling me that you unsubscribe means little fucking to nothing to me. I could give a fuck less if you unsubscribe. Telling me you unsubscribe doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't care if you unsubscribe. You are not defeating me in any way by telling me that. This person goes on and says, you caved and are apologizing to a mob that won't take you back for it anyway. Who the fuck would want to be taken back by a mob? When was I ever a part of a mob? I don't fucking recall this at all. I am sad because I thought we had a name in the community with some weight to protect women and their sports. Shame. I didn't know that I held weight in the fucking community. Who the fuck listens to me? Nobody. I'm nobody. Nobody. I don't even have 1,000 subs. I mean, I've lost a lot of subs from all this stuff, but like, who cares about what I have to say? I'm saying the same shit that everybody else is saying. I might be doing a little more to try to go deeper into it and try to take down Lauren Actical's bullshit ass. But to say that like I'm taking something back, again, I have taken nothing back. There is nothing that has been taken back. Where are you getting this? Did you watch the whole video? The only key thing of that video that I was trying to get across is that I am completely just against it all across the board now. There was a point where I was like, well, if we just make a different division, if we make more accommodations that are fair, something like that. But now I'm just completely against it because they don't give a shit. And also, you know, the whole there are only 2 genders thing. Like, you know, none of it doesn't work for me. I can no longer sit here and support and pretend that Natalie Ryan is a woman and all that. I can be respectful and call Natalie a her or she or whatever the hell it is. And even then, I'm still kind of like to the point where I don't even fucking care about that shit because it's just egging it on and all that stuff. But I'm not hiding behind the fact that it's bullshit. I've never changed that. Where are you getting this? And why do you think I give a fuck whether you support me or not? I'm not doing this for fucking attention. Who would be doing this for attention? Do you know how much I get shitted on and people hate on me? People that I used to be friends with when I go play disc golf won't even fucking talk to me. They don't look me in the fucking eye. People fucking hate me, and you think that I'm fucking doing this for fucking fun? This is what I feel and what I believe, and there's not a lot of disc golf channels out there that have the balls to talk about it, so I am. And that's pretty much it. It's that simple. It's not for anything else. I believe in right is right and wrong is wrong, and it's wrong what's happening right now. That is why I do. I don't have any other motive. There's, you know, people would start off from the beginning when I was doing this shit saying like, well, what have you done lately to help women's sports? What has there needed to be done? There hasn't been anything wrecking it like this is. And it's like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? I'm either transphobic or I'm not. Which fucking is it, assholes? I mean, I'm not. That's the most common comment that I get is that they call me, you should change your name to the disc golf bigot or whatever the fuck. It's so stupid shit. Like, really, that's the best you could come up with? Really? So anyway, that's what sparked all this and me like, you know what, let's look at some comments and address some stupid bullshit here because that pissed me off. Just fucking the mob. Fuck your mob. Kiss my ass. All right, let's see what we got here. This Jeff Lazowski commented the same thing on 3 different videos. He says, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Right, so you want nothing to change and you just want to let it keep happening, just don't do anything. Which is basically what a lot of people are doing because they're afraid to get criticized, which does suck. It does suck getting criticized and being hated on and all that. It really does. But you gotta weigh that with like, okay, well, this is wrong. So, but this person doesn't like me. Well, fuck that person. Kind of how you gotta do it. Begonius McGee, that's an interesting name, says it is unrealistic to think millions of people have a personality disorder that makes them feel like or want to be another gender. It is interesting. I don't believe that's necessarily what our problem is in disc golf, but I think it's also kind of ironic that the majority of transgenders are female transgenders. The majority of athletes that are transgenders are female, you know, male to female. You know, where's the other side? Why does it seem so one-sided where it's so much male to female, but not as much female to male? It's very one-sided, and it just kind of proves in and of itself that men and women are different. Andrew G says, this is disgusting. Disc golf hates real women. I don't think they hate real women. I think they're just trying too hard to please everybody and look good. You know, that whole go woke, go broke thing. I think that's what disc golf is going to end up in, and Laura Nachtigal is only forcing them to do that even more by being on the PDGA board. You know, you guys voted her in, by the way, so why the fuck did you do that? You know, nothing good is going to come of her being there. She's not going to really do anything different. That whole like, equity and equality bullshit that she speaks of, that's just for her benefit and the transgender benefit. That's all it's for. That's it. There's nobody not included in disc golf right now. There's not. Who is not included? Who is not allowed to play disc golf right now? Nobody's excluded, Laura. Chelsea Overstreet says, ask yourself this, why do women that feel like me not move to men's division to compete? That's something that had happened. It's happened, and I think you should do it more. I think that you gather together, consider it a peaceful protest. Just don't play an FPO. Just stop playing an FPO, and then there's no longer an FPO. Or just stop registering for the PDGA. And then email them, tell them, I won't register again. I mean, you don't really need, unless you're a professional athlete in PDGA, you don't necessarily need it. You can still play in PDGA sanctioned events. There are just certain limitations to that, obviously. But, you know, like, I'm not going to renew my shit. I don't need to be registered with the PDGA. I could still go win a tournament, which I'm going to try to do again, you know, play disc golf again. But that's my protest. Hit them where it hurts in the financial aspect of it, and don't register and let them know that's why. And then eventually they can't financially make sense of it. Money's gonna trump all of this shit, I tell you that right now. It's hard to get women to compete in this sport. Now tell them they have to compete against men. Yeah, I've said this before. You're not doing a good job of growing the future of disc golf if the future of disc golf means that these young girls that are coming up have to play against men. Not doing a good job, PDGA. That's not growing the sport. You know, you can please a few people all you want, but look at logically how many people, how many women there are. Women, real women, biological women. I don't even need to use the word biological, just women. Born a woman, identifies as a woman, woman. That's who you need to be looking out for. That's what the FPO is. That's what you're not doing. You're kissing ass. You're kissing the wrong ass, and you're gonna get fucked up over it because you're gonna run into a wall one day where people don't want to deal with this bullshit anymore, and then you're losing more respect just to make one person happy. People like you would have much more effective arguments if you didn't try to invalidate trans people every step of the way. The laugh track when a trans woman says she's a woman, seriously. I'm not invalidating them. Yeah, they're a trans person. They're trans for a reason because they're trying to identify as something that they are not biologically, that they were not born as. That is what I'm saying. And they cannot be that thing that they want to be. Simple as that. Someone says, imagine that Elaine King is also an influencer. Probably, because she's an ass kisser, and she's going to do whatever she can to maintain her relevance in the board and try to be the queen of disc golf or whatever, even though you would think she would be one that would be like standing up and saying, no, fuck this bullshit. I fought to be one of the best, if not one of the greatest female disc golfers, and to have somebody else step in like that, didn't struggle, go through life as a woman, have the deal with the things that women have to deal with to get to that level is bullshit. It's bullshit in my opinion. A couple of years of testosterone therapy, or not even that much now, it's only like a year now or something, or you gotta get it to a certain level. That's all it takes, and then boom, you're a certified woman. You could even be Woman of the Year, maybe Disc Golf Woman of the Year. Wonder who's gonna get that next. Edward says, keep speaking up because most people in the disc golf community are too scared to say a word. Yes, they are, but they don't mind shitting all over you. They don't mind that. There's a lot more positive on here than I'm seeing. Like I said, I don't really pay attention because I got so tired of seeing so much negative stuff that it bothered me that I just stopped looking, and there's more on here that than I thought there was as far as positive stuff. I'll try to pay more attention to this and thank people. If I haven't like commented on your comment or something and thanked you for your support, I do really want you to know that I appreciate the support, and it's very much needed because it is very hard making these videos going against people like that, because you're just constantly criticized, and being constantly criticized for doing something, for saying or doing something that you feel is right is bittersweet at times. So yeah, thank you guys for the positive comments, and for those people that have negative ones, that's fine. You can have your negative comments, that's fine. I'm not saying don't ever comment. You know, you feel some type of way about what I've said or whatever, that's fine. You're more than welcome to hate on me and shit on me all you want. I'm not gonna delete your comment unless it's something profoundly wrong. I mean, there are comments that I probably should be deleting that I don't agree with. I'm not gonna share them because I'm not gonna give them the light of day for people to get out there. I stand by that the best way to protest is to not renew your membership with the PDGA, and to let them know via letter, email, whatever, that's why you're not doing it. And for the women out there, do what those women did back in January. Play at a different division. If they're not going to respect you enough to protect your division, go play in an already unprotected division. You're not protected anyway, so what is the point of playing in a division that's supposed to be quote unquote protected? So just go play. That's what I would do. And get as many of you to do it as you possibly can. And tell them the Disc Golf Photographer guy sent you and said, fuck the PDGA.